June 12th, 2014. Guys, we're looking at the magnetopause, and notice the timestamp, 6/11/2014. It's 2000 hours as it gets later into the night. Remember, universal time. The peak that we saw on the proton chart from ACE appeared on the magnetopause here. Then in a couple frames, you saw the burn off. But again, before midnight, last night, universal time, both of these charts, if you notice, are that. Both satellite systems picked them up within 30 to 45 minutes of each other. Then the burn off from this event. Then it went back calm, and it's remained that through the filming of this video, guys. So, but again, we'll watch it. And here it was before midnight, universal time on the EPAM satellites. Excuse me, on the ACE satellites on EPAM proton chart. Check that out. Quite a burst, considering the X flares came nowhere close to spiking it that far. Now this is current as I'm doing the video. Notice this is also ACE satellites, but this is electrons, guys. And we've talked about this entire month, going back to the first. We started to see the filaments releasing. Now this week we're getting sunspots, but it's built up energy on the Earth. We've seen it bombard the magnetopause as we look at this right side flare. We can't forget about those flares. That's the one that's classified as X capable, triple configurated. The two on the left that's giving us all this trouble are not classified that way yet, but again, it doesn't take that for an X flare. We've seen that. We've had 4 from this area. But what's happening, and we talked about this, is we're not seeing the quakes. What we're seeing is the buildup on the heat on the Earth. Again, this is this morning, guys, just a series of 3 M flares, then a C flare. Now, we've been waiting for the consequences to show up. Now, look in India. Sweltering heat in Delhi and massive power outages have the capital reeling. Union Power Minister Piyush Goyal has called an emergency meeting with Delhi Lieutenant Governor and officials of the state government to discuss the crisis. Delhi hit a 10-year high yesterday, 45.5 degrees. That's centigrade, 6 degrees above normal. The maximum today is higher, up to 46. The MET department says the heat wave will extend till at least Thursday, and listen, the monsoon will not be. This monsoon, will be inadequate. It has been warned. The power shortage has turned into a perfect political storm. It goes on to say these temperatures are the highest in 6 decades. That's this generation. It goes on to talk about they're having to do 50% cutoffs in different times. But the residents say that the VIP parts of Delhi, which house top politicians, are not being penalized for their. Some things are the same all over the globe, aren't they? Now, staying in the same part of the country, reports of a volcano-like eruption in Kangra district has triggered panic among the people of the area. Now, this has started this month with all this heat buildup. We're just in the 12th. We've been watching this go on for over a week. It says the flames in the hot liquid stream was seen spewing out of a hill 100 meters from the village. It says after a report by the state geologists confirmed the eruption as small magmatic activity. It goes on to talk about they're afraid that a larger eruption, it could damage the agricultural land, houses, residents of around half a dozen villages in the vicinity of the eruption. They're waiting the reports of the geological team. You can pause any of that and read it, guys. Also, 2 people have been killed and hundreds treated in a heat hospital after a weekend heat wave swept over Japan. And it goes on to say that 300 people, or more than 300 people, were treated at a hospital on Saturday alone. It said the mercury rose past 30 degrees Celsius, which is 86 degrees Fahrenheit, in many towns across the nation. And that's what we're dealing with. We've said this. Is it going to be talked about where's this energy being stored in the Earth? As you watch the magnetopause get pounded a few days ago, guys, in the video saying the Earth's shields are taking a pounding. Now we're starting to see that. We'll update it, guys. Heads up. Be safe.